Hey guys, I'm doing a video on this Gossamer gear, Minimalist 24. Now, I'm not a huge fan of like open box reviews, things like that. I have hiked with this about 100 miles or so. There's just not a lot on YouTube about this pack, so I figured I'd put something out there, answer some questions that I know I had in purchasing this pack. So like I said, this is from Gossamer gear. This is their Minimalist 24. And it's a very, very simple backpack, hence the name Minimalist, but it's got all the elements that I look for in a backpack. Two side pockets and then a nice, humongous mesh pocket in the back. And the side pockets, you're realistically looking at hauling like a 1 liter smart water bottle, and these are not going to accommodate an Nalgene or anything larger really than those smaller minimalist type bottles. The back panel is awesome, nice and stretchy. In fact, I can actually, while hiking, I can even get in there. I don't think everybody's that flexible, but I can actually get in there as long as I don't have too much in the pack where it's really pushing that panel out. And another thing I like too is that they did put this Dyneema X fabric on the bottom of the mesh panel. So I don't know how well you guys can see this, but you have the main body of the pack. And then this is actually the mesh panel right here, the bottom of it. So it's really nice. It's not going to wear out. You don't have the mesh completely going to the bottom. They put a nice little drain hole there. And then the front to back dimensions are like maybe 4 inches or so, 3 to 4 inches. So the load's going to stay really tight to your back. I put in these compression lines right here. This is just some PMI Nightline reflective cord, and I think the orange goes pretty well. But it's got the little blue tabs here, so you can put any sort of shock cord or static cord that you want in there. As far as the interior of the pack, really the only organization you have is this zippered pocket. I would estimate it's probably 7 by 6 inches. Nice zipper pocket. I'll throw my keys and my phone in there. Stuff that I do not want to lose will go into that pocket. It's also got 3 loops here for hanging a water bladder, or you can clip keys to it, whatever you want to do. Otherwise, that's pretty much it. It's just a giant panel in the bottom there. Nothing much going on, and that's how I like it. I like to be able to utilize every single square inch of a pack. I don't like a lot of pockets and zippers on my backpacks at all. It's a cinch style close, which this fabric is really thick, which I like. It's bomb proof. It's their Dyneema X variant. And the problem that I have faced is that the fully cinched up, it doesn't really close completely. So you get that action going on where you still have a little bit of space there. So if you have a really rainy day, you're for sure going to get rain in this pack. You could get around that, I guess, by using a pack cover. I don't ever use pack covers. Or if you have a poncho, you can throw it over. So that's one thing. I would really like to see a roll top version of this. That would be awesome. Just maybe like an extended collar about that high, and I could just roll it and bring it down, or even just have it dry bag style and cinch in the back. Front, the straps are wonderful on this pack. They're huge. They're nice and wide. So this pack comes in at, I think, just under 15 ounces, but it's a day pack, so I don't really worry about weight on a day pack. But these straps are really, really nice. You've got these little reflective loops on here, a D-ring here, a D-ring here, the sternum strap adjustment, nice and long, very, very simple. If you wanted to put some aftermarket shoulder straps or bottle holders on here, really, really easy to do. It's a very adaptable pack, and that's the nice thing about Gossamer gear. All their packs are very easy to configure. They're you have a lot of options for setup on them typically. And you also have this mesh panel here. It's actually Velcro's open. Let's see if I can get this back panel out of here and show you. So you've actually got this foam panel that slides right down the back of the pack right there, which is pretty sweet. And you've also got a little tab right here. I've thrown a carabiner on it, but you could potentially put a water bladder on there and slip it down the back of the pack. There is no water bladder sleeve in the main body of the pack, so this would be the most ideal place to put a water bladder, which would be nice because it's going to cool you down. It's right next to your back, and all that weight is right next to your back. So that would be where I would put it anyways. The only thing I don't really like about these straps, and I'll clip them up so you can see what I'm talking about. They did something that I find to be a little bit gimmicky. So you have your first sternum strap, which has a little whistle on it, and that's fine. But basically what they did is they took, actually it'd be easier if I put this on. They took the bottom poles, these straps right here, and then they just put some clips on the bottom, and so you have like a secondary sternum strap, which I see a lot of like the Ultimate Direction packs will have a similar setup to this, like the trail running packs, and it's okay, like it does add some load stability, but I really wish that they would have just done this on a separate, completely separate from this strap, because now to adjust this you have to unclip that every time, and this is one feature that I really don't like on this pack. I wish they would have just done that as a separate thing. Another improvement I wish they would make, Gossamer Gear has these really awesome fast belts that can attach to most of their backpacks, and they just clip on with a little S-clip, and it's just a real minimalist hip belt with pockets, and the pockets are stretch mesh with a zippered opening, so you can actually fit an iPhone 6 in there. It's a really nice setup. So I wish they would just put a loop in here so that you could clip that fast belt to it, because I would really like to have a hip belt with this. I will say that secondary clip that they have, you can definitely run in this thing and it's not going to rock around on you too bad. But it is definitely a hiking pack. It's definitely not a fast pack or anything like that. But 24-liter capacity, perfectly fine. I mean, anything you could possibly need for a day hike will fit in here just fine. You could probably do an overnight. In fact, I'm gonna try doing an overnight in summer when it warms up a little bit. I don't have to carry as much clothing, because I think I can get my summer loadout in this. Durability wise, I don't expect anything to go wrong with this. It's a really just bomb-proof pack. Feel, everything's great. The only thing I can see wearing out are the stretch mesh openings here. I like how ULA and like Mountain Laurel Designs does theirs, where they've got a shock cord that's removable, because this elastic will wear over time. Same thing on the mesh opening, the big pocket in the back. And then you've got a couple daisy chains on there, which I guess if you're a climber or something, that's out of my realm of experience, but you might find use there. But overall, pretty bomb-proof little pack. 60 bucks. All the features that I look for in a pack, just plain and simple. Like I said, if they had a roll top version, this would be gold. If you guys have any questions about it, want additional photos or anything like that, and you're curious about these before buying one, definitely hit me up in the comments below, and I'd be happy to do that for you. Until next time, I'll see you guys.